welcome back to the Elyse DeLucci Show, episode 77. We're here in my living room on the Upper East Side. How are you doing? What's new? Long time no talk. Oh my God, things are just so crazy. We'll get into it in a minute. Back to school started, end of the summer. Where the hell is the time going? That's what I want. We're halfway through September. I need somebody to tell me, make time stop. What's happening? Anyway. Okay, let's do this. Fact of the day. Did you know that there are 10 holidays that celebrate chocolate? I had no idea. There's National Bittersweet Chocolate Day, National Chocolate Day. This day happens 3 times annually, by the way. July 7th, October 28th, December 28th. There's more. Basically, there's a magazine called National Confectioners Association. And they recognize all of these holidays in the U.S. I like these fun holidays. I should incorporate them more on my TikTok. You know, for my full-time job, I do a lot of different things. I'm a digital officer for a big company, and I oversee all their websites and social media and front-end and back-end devs and digital revenues and blah, blah, blah. But I do oversee their social media, and for their Facebook page specifically, you know, and it's obviously very corporate. It has to be buttoned up. I love these little faux holidays, you know, for a corporate brand. You know, I mean, of course, we can't really post people's pictures of employees' pictures of their faces or activities that they're doing. It's, you know, part of a larger corporate policy. But what we can do is we can post about National Chocolate Day, which I think is fun, and it spiced things up for the followers. But aside from that, you know what? Like Valentine's Day, not really, doesn't really appeal to me anymore. And no, not because I'm divorced, just because I feel like it's corny every time Valentine's Day rolls around. All the restaurants are having all these corny dinners all about. You know what? I'd rather do a National Chocolate Day. How about that? That's a much better holiday to celebrate. Am I right? Anyway, another fact, just something I came across the other day I thought was adorable. Do you know what a group of bunnies is called? A group of bunnies is called a fluffle. Fluffle. How adorable is that? Anyway, have you seen any of the Met Gala fashion? You know, the Met Gala was yesterday. I'm taping this on Tuesday, September 14th. The Met Gala was yesterday, Monday, the 13th, excuse me. And I was on the bus going down Fifth Avenue. I love taking the bus. I love taking the bus. I like to look outside the windows. I much prefer the bus than the subway, although, you know, you have to have the time for the bus because it takes so much longer. So I'm going down the bus on Fifth Avenue, passing the Met. I actually did have to be at a show, so I had somewhere to go, but I was like in the middle of 2 meetings, and I just said, you know, whatever. Let me just take the bus and do a little scenic ride. And the Met was all set up with all of the tents, and there was so many people and cops and barricading or whatever. And I did think if I had more time, if I didn't have a meeting right before my show, I would have maybe hung around a little bit and seen some of the fashions. And, you know, if you don't know the Met Gala, you know, it's like the Oscars for the fashion industry. But I saw some of the pictures say, Kim K, what the hell are you wearing? Did you see what Kim K is wearing? First of all, she's just in all black. She looks like Spider-Man, but yet not red and black spider outfit, superhero outfit, just in all black, covering her face, just her pony sticking out. You know, everything, you know, just like a second skin of fabric. I don't get it. Not even showing her face, not even showing her eyes. I mean, it's not comfortable, obviously. This is not a comfortable outfit to wear. We don't care because fashion and beauty, is it supposed to be comfortable? No, but it's not. I don't even get it. It's just about for the sake of talking, in my opinion. Avant-garde, I can appreciate, but I personally didn't really get it. I saw Rihanna and her boyfriend Rocky. They're in Balenciaga, blanket couture, as I like to refer to it as. He's in what looks like a giant woven, handmade grandma Afghan. And she's in, you know, some big black fabric, swathed in fabric. Just looks like, again, it looks like a giant damask Balenciaga fabric blanket. They're calling it a gown. But you know what? I didn't really see that this was a gown. It's so funny how everybody loves celebrity so much. Our culture loves celebrity so much. When I had to jump off the bus because the bus was going nowhere, I was walking down Fifth Avenue, and there was all of the hotels, the Mark Hotel, the Surrey, and all the paparazzi outside. There were a lot of the fancy apartment buildings had paparazzi outside and fans just there with their cameras and their pictures. And it's like, part of me is excited and wants to see who's coming out of the hotel or the apartment building. The other part of me doesn't really give a fucking shit. I was just like, you guys are holding up traffic. Who's that special coming out of that building right now? And are they handing out $100 bills? I mean, really? But it was fun to see. It's always fun to see. I used to live on 81st Street years ago, and which is obviously the Met is on 81st and 5th. And when I lived on 81st Street, I used to walk up in the evening and go see the Met Gala before it really got just super crazy. It was always crazy, but now I feel like it's super crazy. Super crazy. Anyway, when I was in Gotham Comedy Club last night, there was a couple on their first date, sat in the front row. Oh my God, this poor girl. This couple, they met on Hinge, and for their first date, they decided to go to a comedy club. I think that's fun because you're laughing, you're enjoying each other, but you can't talk. I mean, did they have dinner before? But oh my God, all the comics, they just had everything to say about this couple. They were adorable, they were good sports, but I don't know. I had to tell them when I got on stage, I had to say, the dating apps, they never really worked for me. I was on the dating apps. I tried. It was terrible. It's like, first of all, it's just based on pure looks, right? So obviously you see somebody or somebody sees you, whatever. They're swiping left, right, discarding you based on looks. If they get through your profile, okay, halfway down they read you have kids. Well, I was discarded a lot for that. Then, some of them, these guys, I'm on the app, right? And then, say you talk on the app for a couple days and then you start texting. And then you might have a phone call before you actually meet up. You know how many men, they heard my voice and, and then we're like, I'm married, sorry. It just didn't work out for me. It just didn't work out. But I hope this couple, I wish you well. I took my daughters to Montauk last week. We had this East Hampton nightmare vacation a few weeks ago now, and I decided to make it up to them. We went to Montauk. We stayed at a really cute hotel there. We stayed at the Surf Club. And, the hotel, well, let me say, when I say really cute, it's nothing to write home about. The rooms are completely dumpy, but it's right on the beach. And it's great for kids. It's great for families. So if you have kids, it's a great place because they have the pool and all the kids are running around and the whole bit. And we had a great time. We wore our masks the whole time there because I heard there was tons of Delta variant outbreaks and COVID outbreaks there. But it was nice, It's just so damn expensive. That's the only thing. I mean, you would die if I told you how much the rooms were. I got a deal. So I am not part of this room price. But the rooms at this place, $1,300 a night, $1,200. Yeah, you're here a night. Yes. You know what? It's just a ripoff. It's just a ripoff. Montauk wasn't like this 20 years ago. Fine, it's like that now. Well, I should say it was expensive for what it was, right? But these prices are just ridiculous. Me, mother in Manhattan, want to take my kids to a drivable distance, go out to Long Island, and I'm spending, I got a deal, but I could be spending $1,200 a night. That's unaffordable. That's completely unaffordable, and it takes you 4 or 5 hours to get out there, but we did get a nice deal. We had a great time. We were right on the beach. They set up the chairs for you, which is nice. We did a fire pit one of the nights. You go to the store, you get like the little tin bucket, the firewood, you get the s'mores stuff, and they set it up nice for you. So we had a great time. I wish they had a little bit nicer of a hotel. Like the room was actually nice. Like if it rains, it's a room you actually want to be in, I wish it was nicer, and I obviously wish it was cheaper, but c'est la vie. I had a friend I had a friend once, older friend, say to me, if you're just going to always look at how much things cost, it's never going to be cheap enough. It's never going to be the right time. You're never going to think, you know what, I have an extra few $1,000s laying around. Let me just take a vacation. It's never going to be the right time. So just go and do it and live your life, because you are going to regret it. And honestly, I'm so glad I got that piece of advice, and I'm so glad that I listened to it, because I think it's really valid. My daughters, when I look at pictures, on the iPhone, it pops up, like the memories from the year before. Everything, time is flying. And I look at these memories that pop up from a year ago or 2 years ago, and I can't believe how much they've grown. I can't believe how much my daughters have grown. And I know, in next year, I'll look back on this year and say the same exact thing. And I'm glad that I took them away, because they're only young once, and so many people, like they're obsessed, me being included in that group, obsessed, I like to save my money. I like to make, I like to have long-term planning. I want to make sure myself, my kids, we, as much as I possibly can, set them up for the future, set myself up for the future. My ex-husband, we both have the same money mentality, which, by the way, I think is so important. So important when you get together with somebody. But we're so preoccupied with that sometimes, it's so easy to be able to forget, like, you know what, let me just screw the budget for a little bit and just, go out and have a little fun with them and splurge. And we did it, and we had a great time. If you ever want some restaurant recommendations, feel free. I'm happy to give you them. We went to great places. And the best news happened while I was there. Well, not the best. There was lots of great things. But in terms of my performing, there's a club out in Pennsylvania, Soul Joel's. They called me up and they asked me to come do a headlining spot in October. So I'm doing that, and I couldn't be more excited. And I think that most of you guys that listen in are from the New York area. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I'm curious anyway, so drop me a line in my DMs if you want to tell me where you're from, if you're not from this area. But I think a lot of you guys are from the New York area. And if you have friends and family in Pennsylvania or outside Philly, you want to take a schlep out there, come on out. It's going to be October 10th at Soul Joel's Comedy Club in Royersford, Pennsylvania. That's about 20 minutes outside of Philly. And the guy who owns that club, he's super cool. He built I think 350, 400 person dome. He built this outdoor dome, huge thing, at the start of COVID. Realized people still wanted to go out and get entertainment. So he built this thing, and he was having a lot of comics come out and headline. He asked me to do it then. And I to be honest, I told him no. It's not that I wasn't flattered for the opportunity. I was so flattered for the opportunity. But at that time, I hadn't been on stage so much. I was in the house. We were all quarantined. And I like to deliver. People are going to come out and spend money on a ticket to see me. I want to be able to deliver. I want to be able to have everybody have a great time, laugh. There's a great show being put together. And I did not feel comfortable a year ago doing it at that time. So I told the owner, I said, look, I've been in the house. I haven't been on stage much. Do me a favor. I'm going to say no now, but come back to me in the future if you'd like to have me. And he did. He came back, and I said yes, and that's how the whole thing happened. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of people that have just been like taking the money grab and been like, sure, yeah, I'll come out, whatever. But no, I not me. So it's October 10th, Soul Joel's, Royersford, PA. If you're not in the area, if you don't have any family and friends, if you want to repost it, I would so appreciate that. So obviously, I'm trying to make sure that we get a full house, we sell out. That's one of my little goals right now for my comedy career. And yeah, it's going to be just so great. It's Columbus Day weekend. So it's on the Sunday, October 10th. Let me ask you something. Have you heard of Shackets? Shackets. I was on the phone with a friend the other day. I said, oh, is it chilly outside? And she said, no, not really. I'm just going to go out and wear a shacket. I said, shacket? What the hell is a shacket? It's a shirt jacket. This is a new terminology. A shirt jacket. She's like, Elyse, it's like one of these, like, long shirts. Maybe it hits mid-thigh and it could also double as a jacket. I'm like, oh, a sweater coat? She's like, no, a shacket. You know what? I am never, ever going to get what's going on right now in fashion, okay? She told me another thing that was in style. This is more of my fashion-y friends. Statement sleeves. I'm like, oh, like a statement necklace? She's like, yeah, but a statement sleeve. Like an Elizabethan sleeve, a balloon sleeve. She's like, a balloon sleeve is really my favorite. Let me tell you something. I don't need to wear any sleeves that are going to accentuate these mom arms that I have, okay? It's enough I went to the plastic surgeon and I asked him to do the zipper arm, and he refuses to do the surgery. He's like, the scar's terrible, Elyse. That you think that I'm going to be caught dead in a shirt with balloon sleeves? Get the hell out of here. My daughter at dinner tonight, she told me that she wasn't wearing her Fitbit to school because it distracted her. Is that not adorable? My ex-husband had an extra Fitbit, sounds like present for his gross girlfriend, lying around the house. And when I saw her the other day, my daughter, she had this cute little purple Fitbit on. I said, oh, where'd you get that? She said, oh, Daddy had it. Daddy had an extra Fitbit in his house. I'm like, yeah, sure he did. And so she wore it to her first day of school, and it was so cute. She's tracking her little steps. It doesn't connect to the web or anything. I was surprised that teachers don't mind if the kids have that kind of thing on. I remember when I was in school, if we had a calculator, they were like, they didn't want us to have calculators because they thought that we were cheating, let alone you're going to let the children have a computerized device on their wrist. What the hell? How things have changed, right? So anyway, today she didn't put it on. I said, oh, doll, you want to put your Fitbit on before school? And she says, oh, no, Mommy, it's distracting me. Thought that was so adorable. So adorable. Do you guys wear a Fitbit? I used to wear an Apple Watch. I have an Apple Watch. I don't wear it anymore because I don't want to give Apple my pulse data. I don't want them having all of my data. I don't want to it's literally wearing a band on my wrist that's saying, take everything, record everything I say, do everything. Track my health data, track everything. At least with the iPhone, I can throw the iPhone in another room and I can feel like I'm free. But I don't wear the Apple Watch anymore, but I don't have a Fitbit. But I am getting more serious about doing my steps. I used to track that kind of stuff, and then I kind of stopped. But I need to start, getting myself together here because I'm tired. I don't know why I'm so lethargic during the day, and I think that that's why. Britney Spears' Instagram account disappeared off of Instagram today, if anybody's curious about that pop culture news. She got engaged the other day, go Britney, and she has her Instagram account, which is big. She has, 30, 40 million people that follow her. And as you know, she uses that as a platform to talk all about the conservatorship and her sick fuck father, Jamie Spears, who, really, can you end this thing already? Because what kind of creepy freaking weirdo, don't even get me started, okay? I'm already started. I don't want to get started, though, because I talked about this a month ago. This freaking guy, he has, in this conservatorship, he's not only managing her finances, he's also managing her medical stuff. I said it in a past episode. He's telling her how many times a week she has to go to therapy. He has the legal right to tell her, you're a therapist, you have to see your therapist in the therapist's office. Like the therapist can't come to her. Oh, I don't know. You're just Britney Spears. Shouldn't she get some privacy? The doctor, obviously, he has authority to say that to let the doctor keep an IUD in her. I mean, your daughter's 40 years old. You sick fuck. Let her do whatever she wants. Anyway, she got engaged to her boyfriend, and she said she was going to take a little break from social media, and then her Instagram account vanished. I hope she comes back, though, and I hope that she's fine. I do like her, Britney Spears. I mean, I don't get so crazy over all the celebs, but she's one that I just think is adorable. she's worked her ass off her whole life. She's totally been robbed of a life. She's been hounded by the paparazzi. She was married to an absolute dog, and she just seems like a sweet, fun girl. She seems like a fun girl to go to hibachi with. That's my thought about Britney Spears. Harmless, fun, just wants to have a good time. and live her life. Live her life. So, Brittany, I hope that you come back. I hope you come back. You know what I read? That's shocking to me? I don't know if you guys heard about this. Do you know that there's fake vax cards going around? I mean, I obviously remember having a fake driver's license. I mean, I remember once I was at a club. I think it was China Club in New York. I was young. They used to have these Monday night parties, and they were so fun. And I was, I think, like 18, 19, and I, had one of my fake licenses, my fake IDs that I bought down on Mulberry Street. And of course they, grabbed it away, cut it right up, and I was devastated because I lost my $16 or whatever it was. But now, who needs a fake license when you can get a fake Vax card? Yeah, they're selling them. Anywhere from $150 to $250. Okay, you could buy them from drug dealers. It's like, hi, I'd like some this drug, that drug, whatever drug that everybody does. I don't know. I'm not cool enough for that. Oh, and by the way, throw a couple Vax cards in there. That's how it's going. So you can buy them. In fact, there was a guy, I can't remember, maybe I read it in Harper's Bazaar. I can't remember, but there's a guy who was anonymously reaching out to doctors asking if he can buy blank cards. And some of the doctors were saying, okay, and selling them. Can you imagine that? And for the people that aren't buying the fake cards, if they want to be just crazy about this whole thing, they can go on the Excelsior app, which is the app where you can enter your Vax data. They're able to go on the Excelsior app and edit Photoshop their actual vaccine cards. So I don't know. So maybe they're putting a fake one in there. I'm assuming that's what that meant. But you know what? I just think this whole thing is fucking crazy. I actually know somebody who two people actually. My nanny told me that someone from Belize, where she's from, a young guy passed away. I think she said he was in his late 20s. And then I know somebody else who had a stepson pass away. And both of these people, didn't want to get the vaccine. And whether it was because they didn't believe in it, or they think this whole thing is made up, or because they don't want to be told what to do. You know how guys could be. And now these poor guys have passed away. They got the virus, and that's that. Which reminds me, we've had the first day of school yesterday, which, by the way, is exhausting. Like, is my life ever gonna get less exhausting? I shouldn't say my life. Like, how about all of us collectively? The life of a mother, thank you. We have to obviously, the kids don't have vaccines, of course. My kids don't have vaccines because they're too little, but every morning we have to take their temperature, log into an app, sign in an app, fill out these Q&As, and then take a screenshot of the final page that says, yes, she has been checked in, and then wait online at the door of school with all the other 1,000 kids, and then show the card before they let you in. Oh my God. I thought it was tiring just getting up, getting myself together, getting the kids dressed and fed and brushed and washed and backpacks packed. Now I got to go through this whole rigmarole and wait online to get to school. Get the hell out of there. Oh my God, it's so exhausting. Okay, so New York Comedy Festival is coming up. I really hope that I'm going to be in the festival. It's in November. They didn't announce any information. They announced some information. They didn't announce all of it, but they didn't announce everything yet. So stay tuned for that. I hope that I have some good news, and obviously you'll have to come out for that. Product of the week, sheets, okay? I have a real obsession with sheets. I don't know about you. I feel like that sounded like the start of an infomercial. I have a real obsession about sheets. I don't know about you, but I love fancy sheets. I love them. There's this one brand I love, and I don't even own a pair. I just love them because one of my girlfriends has them. D Portho. They're on Park Avenue. They make the most sumptuous sheets in these little Frenchy, adorable patterns. Sheets are outrageously expensive. But a couple years ago, one of my friends turned me on to a brand called Cuddledown. I'm curious to know where you guys buy your sheets. Let me know. I'm always, like, I'm really serious. Like, I'm dying to know where everybody always buys their sheets, because I'll go to Macy's or I'll go to Bed Bath or wherever. I never find anything decent. And I also, what am I going to do? I'm going to buy 5-7 different types of sheet sets? That's ridiculous. So one of my friends recommended Cuddledown. The website's cuddledown.com. They make such beautiful sheets. Like, literally, I don't know. For me, I like them. They're like a Pima cotton. Hold on. I'm trying to pull up the one that I bought. Hold on. Where is it? Okay, here it is. Yeah, it's just beautiful. It's 100%, no, it's not Pima. It's 100% combed cotton. It's 400 thread count, but the cotton's nice. I know there's like Egyptian cotton or 1,000 thread count. This cotton's really nice. It's a 400 thread count. It's sateen-like, but it's not satiny. It doesn't feel polyester, but it comes in like because it's not polyester, it's cotton. But it comes in a ton of colors. The sheet set, I don't know, maybe it's like $250 for the sheets. It's beautiful. It's long staple cotton, so it keeps you cool. It looks gorgeous. I just bought a set of new sheets, and I love it. That's my product of the week. And I've been avoiding it because I was like, oh, maybe Cuddledown. Not because I don't love, but because I wanted to try something else. I was like, oh, I wonder if anybody has any recommendations. A few people recommended, and they said, oh, Hotel Collection. But, I've been there, done that. I was looking for something, different. But that's fine. Why change it? If it's not broke, why fix it? And this is not broke. These are beautiful sheets, so I ordered. So I definitely recommend it. You should check it out. And let me know what you're buying. Let me know what sheets you have, what you like, because I always like to be in the market. That is a little luxury, right? A little luxury, having nice sheets. Quote of the week by Zig Ziglar, salesman extraordinaire. If you don't think you deserve success, then you will do things that will keep you from getting success. Always think positive, people. I got my manifestation board in the works over here. It's me on stage at the Beacon Theater on the Upper West Side with a picture of my head glued on. I'm not kidding. I'll post it when I'm done. My daughters think I'm doing some sick, weird arts and crafts project. They're like, Mommy, why are you cutting and pasting your picture on top of a stage on that piece of oak tag? I'm like, don't worry about it. Anyway, that's all for the Elyse DeLucci Show today, episode 77. Keep in touch with me. Send me your questions. Send me some comments. I love to hear from you. Leave me a review on Apple Podcasts. Follow me on TikTok, on Instagram, at Elyse DeLucci. We got some good shows coming up. St. George Theater, October 15th, out in Staten Island. September 10th in Royersford, Pennsylvania. Always shows in Manhattan every week. I look forward to talking to you soon. Ciao, ciao, everybody.